What's up guys, Amar here and I'm back with another video. So I did my homework and I was trying to say in previous video initialization because I was explaining what is the difference between awake and a start, and I said somewhere in half of the video, halfway through, 7 minutes I think, that they are both used for initialization. So I did my homework. Hopefully you understand what I want to say. And without further ado, let's start scripting our hook because I'm pretty excited to do that. I pretty much like coding. So first, we are gonna have our function for it. And function is going to be called public void start fishing, like this. And before we actually do anything, I'm gonna put the can move to be false, because probably somewhere around here we will have it to be true, so we can know when can we actually fish. So first we're gonna have our length. To have our length, we will have to use our idle manager, which will store all of our not variables, but integers. That is variable. It will hold down all of our data for length, for strength, for offline earnings, and so on. So for now, I'm just gonna, for testing purposes, I'm gonna put negative like 50, but here I'm gonna comment idle manager, like this. Manager, so we know just let me say manager, like this. Yeah, I did correctly. So we actually, manager, like this. So actually we know something is not right, but something is missing. And I'm gonna do the same for the strength. So let's say it's not there, but below strength, like this, equals to, let's say 3, because that will be default. And I'm gonna say idle manager, like this. Now, as for the fish count, it will be 0 because we will reset it. Then we will have our float time, which is going to be equal to negative length, so negative length, multiplied by 0.1f, like this, 0.1f float. And one thing I want to mention, you will see that length is always gonna be negative. Why? Well, because when you want to hook, you will not go up but down. And for our hook to go down, it has to go at the negative side. So keep that in mind. So if I want to hook, fishers are right there, then hook will go down, not upwards, but downwards. And for that, we'll have our hook, or our length be negative. So you do not get confused, you know what I mean. So right now, it comes time to use this tweener, or camera tween. So let's start it. First, we're gonna say camera tween. I'm gonna separate it. Camera tween equals to main camera dot transform dot do move y. So this is one of the scripts that it tweens. So if you actually read, do move y. If you actually read what it says, it tweens a transform y position to a given value. Also stores the transform as the tween's target, so it can be used for filtering operations. What do we have here? We have our tweens a transform y position to a given value. So we want to animate or tween our hook going downwards. So to do that, we're gonna say length. So length. We are gonna end value is gonna be length. The duration for it will be our 1 plus, nope, not like that, plus, where is my plus, come on. Okay, I'm gonna leave this out because I have my print screen on plus, so plus time, multiplied by 0.25f. As for the snapping, it's going to be false, so it's going to be smooth, no snapping involved. Then dot on update. So set on update callback for the tween, clearing any previous on update callback was set, call it each time between updates. So this update is same as update here inside of our Unity. So this will be on as the main camera is moving. So until we reach the length, the end of it, this update will go on. So on update, we're gonna have our almost deleted. Hopefully, not hopefully, but thankfully, we are blessed with undo. So here we're gonna have our delegate, and we are using our delegate. If you do not know what it is for, well, basically delegate, I can talk about it like in a separate video, like 10 minutes long. But in this case, delegate can be used for a value that can be changed out through the game, or like you can use delegate for two different functions, like Unity showed in an example. Like you have print num that prints num 50, and print double num which doubles that up, and that makes like 200. And with delegate that is possible. You can use the same delegate, which let's say 50, but when you use it within the different functions, you will have like different outcomes. And you can always have multitask in it, so you can include more functions in it, and by adding plus or minus, you can always delete it. Hopefully you understand what I meant. If you do not, just Google up delegates and you will have Unity on video, like it's 4 to 5 minutes long, where they explain what it is. Or you can even go back to C# and see what delegate is right there. Then add these curly brackets, like this. And then inside, we're gonna check if our main camera, so main camera, dot transform dot position dot y is less or equals to -11. If that is the case, we're gonna say transform dot set parent, and we are gonna set our parent for the hook to be main camera dot transform, like this. And of course, add this, not semicolon, I think it's called semicolon, can't remember, for update. Next off, we're gonna have, no, you do not add here, you add here actually dot on complete. So this was on update, and right now this is on complete. So delegate, come on, delegate. See, we're using here even delegate. Oh, my bad. So it's complete, then not curly bracket, but actually parentheses, then delegate, and then our delegate is going to be checked. If our delegate, come on, what just happened here? Okay, I'm turning off. I have mouse, I'm the laptop, and I have mouse, and I accidentally, I guess, click somewhere without me knowing. As I was saying, on complete, we're gonna say that our collider dot enabled equals to true. So it is only enabled when we are finished. Then we're gonna say camera tween equals to main camera dot transform dot do move y, and we are going back to 0. So we are going back up. So this is to the length, which let's say for now -50, and now our end value is 0. We're going back to the beginning. In our time multiplies by 5. So right now we are going faster, and our snapping will be false, like this. False. Now, while that doom on y is going on, we're gonna say dot on update. So this is another update, delegate. And it will have another delegate which will check if our if our main camera dot transform dot position dot y is greater or equals to -25f. So when we reach some point, we are gonna stop fishing. We're gonna have actually that function. But not now, but later. So let me just add it so we do not have like no errors. Void stop fishing, like this. As you can see. So right now I am gonna briefly explain what is going on here. So right now we have our camera twin. We are twinning our camera. And our camera twin equals to main camera dot transform dot do move y. And we are moving our camera twin on the move y to the length. And keep in mind that our main camera is, or it is going to be our inside of the hook. So we are moving it to the length. So depending on how much we score and so on, how much we have it, we're going to do that in this time. So 1 plus time multiplied by 0.25. So this is testing. You can change it if you do not like it. And snapping will be false. While that function is going, we are actually setting up our camera to be, our hook to be a parent of our camera. So it follows it around. Now when that is complete, so when we go to the length, when we finish that, we're gonna enable our collider so we can catch fishes. And we are going back with our camera upwards so we can actually stop fishing. So we're gonna stop fishing when we get to minus 25 or when we catch enough fishes, as you can see right here. So yeah, that will be it. Now below it, we're gonna have another function which is gonna be for our game screen. So screen game, I'm just gonna leave it like this so we know something is missing. Then when that is done, so what is this? This is for this. I'm not sure, but let me check. Yep. So this has to be when it's completed, not like this. Okay, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm gonna go with flow. So let me check. Yep. So yeah, I'm right. So screen game here, then collider dot enable will be false when we start, and our can move will be true, and we're gonna clear our hook. So this this is when we are done. So when we start fishing, we are setting this up, going to this code, and when everything is done, we are setting up this again. So I think we can test it right now. It probably should work. Let me see. If I click play, our hook should go down. And nothing is happening actually. And let me go back. Right now, even okay, I know why. My bad. First we have to add this. So actually this is going to be a button. So I'm just gonna create a new eye, and where is it? Button, which is going to be called start fishing, like this. And inside we're gonna have on click, which is going to be a hook, and function will be start fishing. So right now I'm not going to display anything, just briefly, because I will do that in another video when we do UI. Click Alt and then put it like this. Delete the text and just put our start fishing to be not visible. So it's like this. So it's there, but it's not visible. So right now, I just came up with the way that I could do it without this. Now, never mind. When we click, as you can see, our fish goes down. And now, right now, we will go back, and when we hit minus 25, we are gonna stop fishing, or we should have stopped fishing, but we don't have our stop fishing in the script. So we are actually just going to be looped through until we hit the point, which is right here, and then again, we will be able to fish and so on and so forth. So right now it is working. So we can actually start fishing, but we cannot stop. So let's do our stop real fast. So for the stop, we're going to say can move equals to false, like this. Camera tween dot kill equals to false. Then we're going to say camera tween equals to main camera dot transform dot do move y, we're moving y, to the 0, duration 2, only 2, and then false, like this, false. Then dot, command dot, on update, and then we have our delegate, like this. We're checking here if our main camera dot transform dot position dot y is greater or equals to -11. If that is true, we're gonna say transform dot set parent is null. Set parent is null. We're going back to normal. And we're saying transform dot position equals to new vector 2 actually, not 3. And that is transform dot position dot x, and then -6. So this is where our hook will end up. So back at beginning. Now on complete, so this was on update, on complete delegate, when our our hook is done, when we stop fishing, we're gonna say transform dot position equals to vector 2 dot down multiplied by 6, so meaning that we're just pointing it to the -6. Then we're gonna say collider dot enable equals to true. Once again, int num equals to 0. So and then here we'll have clearing out the hook from the fishes, because we cannot do right now. Have our idle manager total gain to be equal to num. So we're gonna do this all then, and then we're gonna have, we're gonna do this later on, scene manager and screen, like this. So do not get confused by these, these comments. This is just so when I once add idle manager, or I can go back to the hook and know what is missing, so I know what can I add once more. So yeah, right now when I start, we should have start and finish for our hook. So let me click, we start fishing, we catch some fishes, or actually did not catch anything. But once that is done, we should go back. So that is only the real problem that we have for now. And it's still a problem, we're still not going back. Oh yeah, we are. As you can see, when we hit the the point where we should finish, we are finished. So here we stop fishing. Yep, like this. Everything seems to work fine. To you it does not look like it, but you will see once we have added the fishes and so on. So yeah, guys, that will be it for this video. I'm Amar, and I will see you guys in the next one.